Well, we'll come back to the studios now live. With all the noise you hear sometimes, it tells you that something is happening in Russia. That's the football. But again, that doesn't take away the pain that people are going through in the country. A lot of killings and a lot of issues that we really have to look at now at the moment. So joining me now live in the studios is Umar Aliyu. He's an ex-military intelligence officer and a security analyst. Good to have you join us.
Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening. I've been trying to put my finger on this because it looks like deja vu. Year in, year out is perennial, the killings and the style, especially if you go back to what is happening on the plateau. You have had an extensive study on what is happening on the plateau. Take us through the reading. Earlier on, we had a chat with the Chairman Mieti Ala Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria in Plateau State, and he did say certainly this is not religious, but it is communal, and he talked about cattle's human lives and so many other things. The president had has also visited Jos. Is that enough for us to say this will be over pretty soon?
Well, if you look at what is happening, as you said, it's deja vu. Deja vu means we've seen it all. So we are beginning to see what you call a recycling of responses. And what is this recycling of responses? The vice president, the president visits, high condolence visits, name it, condolence messages and what have you. They keep recycling. And this whole thing is actually what you can call a stereotype. But I'm not going to go into community now. I'm going to talk about my own playground, security. You see, when you are given to stereotypes, what you actually do is to prepare to fight the last battle. Preparing to fight the last battle simply means you are actually anticipating the future with experience that is already outdated, that is past. So what you are seeing is not new, but definitely you can see our law enforcement have lived up to our expectations of not being able to handle it. We saw very, very poor consequences management. We saw these people lack intelligence. We've seen a situation where the law enforcement agencies do not even seem to know the grounds they operate. We've seen a willy-nilly approach to quick response. Rapid response Lagos will do better than all those people. We've seen governors who are actually apologists to the situation. Kudos Governor Fayemi of Ekiti, Fayosho of Ekiti, who drew the line and dared anyone to cross it. We are seeing people in states where people are dying, but they really do not have the guts to draw these lines. Rather, they dilly-dally, they give us what you call polemics, palliatives, shenanigans, oratory, demagoguery, mention it, and people are dying in droves. It's one crying shame. It's one crying shame. For God so loved this world. One young man called this country a zoo, and we took up and sounded off against him, and here we are doing our best to make this country a zoo.
You know, it's really painful. I had a hard time getting this program together because it's about life. It's
absolutely,
about death,
absolutely.
Not one, not in tens.
We're talking about hundreds.
Hundreds. And if you say the security agencies don't seem to have an understanding of how to nip this in the bud, where then do we look onto if
Let me tell you exactly what is happening. The security agencies, from what we are seeing, the indicators, the hallmarks, are simply yes men. They are yes men to politicians who don't know the first S about security. They even come out and shamelessly tell me that the killings are politically motivated. The killings are economically motivated.